Hello and welcome to YouTube channel Health Cube, the place where our mission is not only to motivate you but help you to move on to the brighter side of the health. I am Physio Meghna Dave, and in today's video, let's move on and learn about how our past memories, experiences and learning have an influence and impact on how we move, as well as all the pain and movement related challenges that we experience. If you who are someone who is an enthusiast or who is curious enough to learn and understand why do we go through so many pain, movement related challenges or else in general move, this video is in a very simplified manner going to explain you the importance and the influence of memory and past experiences and learning. Let's get started. So friends, whatever we move or all the actions that we perform, I've previously spoken about the role of sensory system into that. Also, I've spoken about the role of action system, the motor action. Today, I'm going to cover the third piece, that is about the role of your memory and learning. Yes, your past experiences, the new ways you learn also have a very big role or very big impact on the ways with which you move. And this movement basically allows and enable you to go through all the adjustment, all the changes that your body has gone through. Now, to give you an example, our brain is like a central processing unit, right? The CPU of our body. This unit processes every information that is delivered to it and makes sense out of it and gives an output in the form of some sort of action or reaction. Now, this processing unit is so smart that it works in multiple ways. Our brain is capable of storing and learning new memories. Our brain is capable of learning and retaining the understanding of the process that a body needs to go through to perform an action. Our brain is capable of taking help of the past experiences in determining how we move or function. Our brain is capable of acquiring new skills through the process of practice. At the same time, our brain is also capable of retaining short bout of information to follow and command. Now, if we look at it closely, these are our superpowers. And if we are going through any problem, we have to actually use the superpowers for ourselves. We can achieve what we want, and that is functional independence or movement. This superpowers can be applied by any individual, whether you're suffering from back pain or any kind of chronic pain or acute pain. If you are suffering from any neuromuscular disorder like Parkinson's disease, stroke, etc., if you who are someone who is recovering from some sort of surgery, or else if you who are someone who is going through some degeneration or else some sort of disease. In all the scenarios, we can utilize these superpowers that we have got to achieve functional independence. But how to utilize the superpower, we will discuss about that in upcoming time. But before that, let me talk about the 4 types of memories or brain function of learning that we have got. So the first thing that is called as procedural learning, which means the ability of your brain to learn a process or else a procedure and repeat and apply it in future. A simple example, you know this process of how to open a holder or else a lid of a pen, right? Automatically, your body makes all the action that it needs to do in order to open this lid. Same thing applies for driving a car, operating a computer, or else doing any task, or even doing a dance step, right? The moment somebody says that you do march, you know how to do this marching. Why? Because your procedural learning part of the brain, which is controlled by basal ganglia and cerebellum in the brain region, is responsible for doing that. Similarly, the next type of learning that our brain does is called motor learning. Very simple. The brain has the capability to acquire new skill set, to acquire new patterns through repetition and practice. This is a superpower that is good for us and bad for us as well. How it is good? Imagine that if you want to attain certain muscle strength, if you want to attain or learn some patterns of movement, some dance steps, some dance moves, some exercises, you can learn it with practice and learning. You can train certain muscles to function that way. But this can work on a reverse way as well. Imagine that you are sitting for long hours in front of desktop with a slouched posture. What is happening? Your brain has now developed and utilized that capability of learning new movement patterns that makes you feel more comfortable, and eventually turns into a habit and you develop a slouch posture. So this superpower can work for you and also can work against you. The third kind of memory that we have got is working memory. This is the brain's ability to retain certain information for a short bout or short period of time and act upon it. Let's say if I tell you, get up, you would be able to get up. You would be able to process that information and act upon it instantly. If your brain has this short-term memory of knowing how to move from one place to other, your brain can help you to learn and act upon it. So that is the power of working memory. And the last type of memory that our brain has got is contextual memory, which means learnings from the past experiences. Have you ever imagined or seen whenever we go near a place which is little heighted, the moment we see that we are on height and we have the risk of fall, we can fall from here, our body becomes a little more tighter, more stiffer to prevent us from falling. Why does that happen? Why? Because our brain has used a contextual memory here of awareness that whenever you are at heighted place, you are at risk of fall from that height, and that's why you need to be more cautious. And automatically your body's muscle functions in that way. So these are the four superpowers that our brain has got, the memory that our brain has got. And we as an individual needs to utilize these superpowers for our benefit. And when you are able to utilize the superpowers, you can work on musculoskeletal or neuromuscular challenges at any stage of time. So imagine, let's say you are suffering from back pain. You can utilize your procedural memory, which is of doing a task in right movement pattern. What do I mean by this? Majority of time when you have back pain, you would have observed that you keep your spine stiffer. You don't move them freely, but you can still do some minor gentle exercise of trying to do free spine movements using your procedural memories of past. I've seen so many patients who lose this memory because they have been chronically trying to practice a stiff posture. Many a times people are not able to freely move their spine. Why? Because of the changes in this procedural memory. Similarly, you can utilize your motor learning skill here. You can relearn the right movement patterns of your spine and develop the right practices, the right habits. You can also utilize the working memory. You can retain the memory of the right movement patterns, the right sleeping patterns, the right sitting patterns, and practice this again and again to develop new motor learning here. And you can also utilize your contextual memory in your pain management. Whenever you have pain, your body automatically starts getting more stiffer, starts getting more firm, or trying to hold the movements. But you can work against that memory by trying to relax yourself voluntarily by doing some gentle breathing exercise, gentle range of motion exercise, etc. So that is the role of your learning. Now, when it comes to physiotherapy, whenever there is a movement challenge, we utilize your sensory system, your learning, your memories, and your action system all together to retrain your movements. I always say this physiotherapy is not about just pain management. Physiotherapy is about movement training, movement relearning, or else you can say movement rehabilitation. And if you who are someone who is suffering from any sort of movement related challenges, then I would request you to visit our website or download our app and take Rehab from HealthQ Rehab, because we have got a panel of expert therapists who can help you and work with you on reworking on your movement patterns. On that note, I'll end this video here, and I would like you to again go and check out our website www.healthqrehab.com, book an appointment with any of our expert panelists, and start working on your pain relief today itself. Thank you.